Race number 8 of the NASCAR Sirius X Cup Series heads to the Monster Mile of Dover National Speedway in Dover, Delaware for the running of the Elgato Gaming 400 from Dover International Speedway. 40 race cars will fight for a 1 mile track, 30 laps I believe around this track. Let's take a look at the weather for today's event. 36 degrees, 0% chance of rain in sight, 6 miles an hour northwest of the track. Is a 1 mile concrete, 40 laps for 40 miles, the 45 mile an hour pit road speed, and this is the 182nd NASCAR race at Dover International Speedway. As you see, the grandstand is completely packed for today's race. 40 drivers on the grid, and this is the 8th race of the season. So now take a look at the pole awards. Yes, the pole awards, the Coors Light pole awards for this race. Yesterday, Sam Minoskin won the pole. There you see him on the grid with Nick Kennedy on his outside lane, time of 23.261. He joins Keegan Thompson, Richard Wells, Jerry Lewis, and Robert Harrison for next season's Clash at Daytona. The engines have been fired for today's event, the Elgato Gaming 400, and as the starting grid scrolls on top of your screen, let's talk to one of the drivers for this race, Caleb Fairclough, the rookie, starting in the 13th position. Hey Caleb Fairclough, this is Jake Cross of the NDK booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, man.
Well, you start around the 15th position, middle of the pack at Dover National Speedway. What is your game plan trying to survive this racetrack today?
Since we're starting 13th today, I'm just going to try my best to keep it really just right around here. This is the perfect qualifying spot that I've been waiting for all season. Heck, it's Dover. I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with that. Well, like I said, we're just going to be very smooth today. Going to try to make sure everybody on the team does their job. Hopefully we get some good pit stops in, and we'll go try to snag ourselves a win.
Alright, thanks for talking to us, Caleb, and have a good race.
Thank you, Jet. You have a good day up there in the commentating booth.
And coming off turn 4, Sam Minoskin, the pulser, Nick Kennedy to his outside lane. Green flag is out, we're racing. We're underway from the Monster Mile. Already out to an early lead, Sam Minoskin. Second is Eli Bright. Then a 3-wide battle for the 3rd position. Zelay in the middle, on board with Bright. All over the back bumper, Sam Minoskin. That Budweiser Chevrolet. Down the back stretch they go. On board, this is from our visor cam, Richard Wells. Look at this, almost 4-wide battle. This is for second. Wells falling back on the outside lane. Underneath him is Don Benson. That's a battle for, I believe, the 6th position. And oh, we're gonna crash. Turn 1. 3 cars are around. Rookie DJ Reed, Antonio Green, and Fontana winner Gavin Marshall. Already a caution on lap 2 of this race. Let's look what happened here. Reed in the middle lane and Green in that yellow Dollar General Toyota. Looks like Reed just moved up in front of Green, and that's when contact was made. Gavin Marshall nowhere to go, up in the air, 2 wheels off the ground. Coco Garcia with a bit of damage. Actually, I don't think he actually has much damage. Just as Gillespie scoots by just a bit there. Actually does get a bit of damage from the back end of Green as they slide to the bottom of the track and hit the inside wall. Here's another view. And you see Reed. Yeah, he just moves up the track. He probably carried so much speed, he maybe thought that he was clear, because you can tell he carried a lot of speed coming off turn 4, which made him move up the track. And again, nowhere for Gavin Marshall and Antonio Green, nowhere for those guys to go. On board with Gavin Marshall. Hey, there was a bit of contact with the right side of Gillespie. On board with Coco Garcia. He was one of the guys that got away with, yeah, you see very minimal damage to the front end of his race machine. Now on board Justice Gillespie. Caution is out on lap 2 of 40. We'll be right back. You're watching NASCAR on MDK.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank. And his father drank before he met your grandmother. This is the first Pepsi on the moon.
What?
No.
Okay, fine. This might be the first Pepsi on Mars. This is the Pepsi for this model. And his mom. Hi, Cindy. Show him how it's done. This is the Pepsi that was right for Ray. Uh-huh. And your Uncle Drew, who is
Still breaking ankles.
This is the Pepsi that's back from the future. And back for one last ride. Boom. This is the Pepsi that Britney once popped. And this one is for the king of pop. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
The NASCAR Sirius X1 Cup Series on MDK is brought to you in part by Hooters, proud sponsor of Chase Elliott and the number 9 team. By Budweiser, this Bud's for you. By Ford, going further so you can. And by AutoZone, get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome back to Dover National Speedway in the Elgato Gaming 400, coming out to take the green flag with the 1 to go signal. Only 3 drivers that had significant damage to be part of the drivers involved in this wreck. Just 3 like I mentioned before. Gavin Marshall in the 02, Antonio Green in the 8, and rookie DJ Reed in the 71 machine. Top 5 stands as Sam Minoskin, Eli Bright, Brian Zelaya, Austin Stitzel, and in the Ford, DJ Kirker. Apologize for that. So hopefully we can get at least more than 1 lap of racing today, as the pace car makes a left-hand turn onto pit road. And coming off of turn number 4 into the restart zone. Green flags back in the air. Top 3 get out to a bit of a lead ahead of 4th place. Austin Stitzel in the turn number 1 as we crank it up from the Monster Mile. Three wide for second, no one holding him back. No, oh, he got trouble. Turn 1, big crash on his side. Kyler Box gets hit. Antonio Green, oh, Luke Ryan got T-boned by Gillespie. The big one. In the middle of turns 1 and 2. There's Kevin Cowan, the 29 machine smoke. On the back end of his NASCAR.com Superstore Chevrolet. What in the world happened? Again, it's coming off turn 4, similar to what happened in the first caution, where this incident takes place, and Smart just comes up makes contact with Boggs. And then it looks like... Oh, it looks like Smart just turned him. Wow, Smart just turned Boggs. And at this point, folks, when you're heading to a turn with that much speed, you can do nothing but just hang on tight, back across the racetrack, right in front of Luke Ryan, and then head on into that outside retaining wall. Thank God for those safer barriers. That was a heavy hit that both Boggs and Smart took. And the impact sent Boggs on his side. Sean McKean nowhere to go. And McKean blocks the entire middle portion of the track, collecting Zillick and Adams, hitting Ryan, who then hits Reed and blocks the entire racetrack. And look at Kevin Cow, just barely made contact, which forced a radiator damage most likely to end his day. Here's another view. Smart just comes up, makes contact with Boggs. They both save it, but then I think Smart thought he had to come up the track to get a good entry corner. Maybe he thought it was clear, maybe not, but then just turns the 19 of Boggs. Boggs came into this race, I believe, 18th in the Sirius XM point standing, so he needed a good day to get into the chase. Man, what an impact. 2 major impacts. Wow. And again, you see Reed, who had nowhere to go, just blocks the middle portion and eventually the entire portion of the track. Here it is in real time. Oh man, you saw that hit from Luke Ryan. That was a major impact from Oglesby. On board with Boggs. Luke Ryan, see, from his point of view, he came from out of nowhere, like we said. Or he had nowhere to go. Oh, he had 3 major impacts. Caution is out, the big one. In his middle of turns 1 and 2. Be right back. The Elgato Gaming 400.
Paul Dale Jr., please.
Hello?
Dale. What's up? It's Dewey.
Yep, what are you doing?
Hey, can you guys please keep the tinkering down? I'm trying to talk to an American legend here who's also my friend.
Dude, I barely know you.
Crazy, isn't it? I'm down here with the jocks. You're up there with the nerds. How about you march down from that box and bring me some finger snack foods? If they have wings, bring them. Cottage cheese would be great.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Welcome back to Delaware National Speedway. As the car's coming onto pit road from that lap 9 accident in turns 1 and 2 involving 8 or 9 race cars, and everyone on pit road. Here they come for their pit stops right here. Brian Zelaya and Eli Bright first onto pit road. Zelaya up top, Wells in the middle, and Oskin down low. Now Zelaya did say on his radio earlier that the car is just perfect, just a bit tight off turn number 4. 4 fresh tires usual. Same with Richard Wells' car. Wells said the car is a bit snug due to center 1 and 2. And Oskin said the car is just fine. No adjustments. 4 fresh tires and a full can of Sunoco fuel. And away goes Brian Zelaya and Richard Wells. And here they come. Race off pit road. Brian Zelaya leads him off. Kirker gains 1. Bright loses 1. Stitzel gains another one, gains a position, and Keegan Thompson rounds out the top 10.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I've got a name, I've got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name, I've got a name. And I carry it with me like my daddy did, but I'm living the dream that he kept here. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway.
make one for themselves.
I just kind of want to make my own name, you know.
Goodyear. More driven.
The Elgato Gaming 400 on MDK is brought to you in part by Monster Energy, proud sponsor of the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Monster Energy, of course, earlier this month, excuse me, I believe a couple months ago, they announced that they are extending their partnership to become NASCAR's top sponsor for 2019. Here's a look at the drivers involved in this wreck: Luke Ryan, Carlos Zillick, Antonio Green, Kyla Boggs, Justice O'Glesby, Jerry Lewis, Kevin Cowett, Sean McKean, KJ Adams, Cody Smart, and DJ Reed. In fact, two of those drivers, Green and Reed, they were all involved in that lap 2 crash involving Gavin Marshall. You see there the third car, who's actually the leader, because everyone else like Zelaya, Wells, Faircloth, and those guys, they came on pit road. So Brian Zelaya is Gavin Marshall is currently your race leader. Cal, Reed, and Adams, who were involved in that accident in turns 1 and 2, they are currently the last drivers on the lead lap. As we take the green flag once again, hopefully we can get more than 2 laps, or excuse me, more than 4 laps of green flag racing. There's your top 3 on the top 3 on the top of your screen, with the top 5 on the second layer portion. And we should see Marshall. Marshall did say on the radio that he's coming to pit road this time by. There he comes, as well as Braden Dunn, first and second. And so Brian Zelaya will inherit the race lead. Brian Zelaya has had an abysmal season so far. Currently, right now, he has had 0 top 30 finishes. His best was 31st back at Daytona. Let's look at Caleb Faircloth right now in the 84 machine. Let's look at our MDK telemetry data. 170 off turn 4, currently in the 4th position. And oh my goodness, another crash. Don Benson around. Caution is out. 3rd time today. Man, cautions just flying left and right. We know the term cautions breed cautions, but this is ridiculous. On board Kennedy, same thing happened in lap 2 with Reed. Benson just slides up the track right in front of Kennedy, and that's what causes this accident. And the good thing is that Benson didn't hit anybody. No one suffered any damage. That's a good thing, but man, another caution. Davey Woodard getting on the brakes as hard as he can, just to try and maybe not run into the back of him. On board with Woodard, see what he learned from his point of view. 360 and then just carried on. Cautions out once again on lap 19 of 40 here from Dover.
New rules make the Brickyard 400 feel like a whole new race. 3 rounds of hood-to-hood combat. Now it's easier to hold a grudge than the lead. July 23rd at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Who will trade paint for glory? Tickets on sale now at brickyard400.com. Kids 15 and under get in free.
Welcome back to Elgato Gaming 400 from Dover National Speedway. We come around to take the green flag once again for the 4th time, I believe, or 5th time this race so far. Brian Zelaya still your race leader, Eli Bright 2nd, Caleb Faircloth 3rd, Austin 4th, and Ian Dermody in the 5th position. Green flag's back in the air. What a jump by Brian Zelaya. Gets a huge lead ahead of Eli Bright, who tucks down to the bottom portion of the track. Cars fly by heading to turn number 3. We got a bit of a separation between first and 3rd. On board with Eli Bright trying to chase down Brian Zelaya. In fact, I believe we only had 2 leaders, which has been Zelaya and Bright. And by the way, Don Benson, he did not come up pit road, so you see it on top of your screen. He still maintains his 9th place position. Take a look at flyby field. And another crash. 3 drivers involved. Reed again, as well as Benson right in front of Nick Kennedy. and Jared Lewis, Adrian Mitchell, Michael Gregory, KJ Adams, 4th caution, Carlos and Richard Wells, one of the early lap leaders involved in this one. Coming off turn 4 once again. I think we're going to see it. Driver comes up the track. Yes. Actually, I don't know. It seemed more that Ibarra made contact with Benson. Benson moved up and Reed came down and made contact. You see also Michael Gregory made contact with another driver. I believe that was a 20 machine. Reed goes into a slide into turn 1. And right in front of Kennedy and Lewis and Robert Harrison, nowhere to go as well. Man, tough break for those guys. On board with Gregory. He thought it was done, then Lewis comes right in front of him. On board with our visor cam from Don Benson. Finally, Carlos Hill, look how far back he was from his accident. Remember, he was involved in the 2nd caution of the day. Nowhere to go. Slams right into the back end of Nicky Maxwell. And Alex Ibarra slams to the back of him. Caution out once again, a lap 25. Elgato Gaming 400. Another big crash in turn 1.
Oh, that was late.
Hey guys! This week, the 6 on my team are Truex, Logano, Larson, Blaney, Chase, and Suarez. For the rest of you, better luck next week.
She's missing out, dude.
Yeah. The new NASCAR Fantasy Live. Build your team before the Daytona 500 and you could win $5,000.
Welcome back to Dover National Speedway. Elgato Gaming 400. Brian Zelaya, once again, your race leader. Let's see if we can try and get at least 5 laps. This has been a crash-filled race so far in this event. The Miles Monster has torn up a lot of race cars so far in this event. Green flags back out. Brian Zelaya into turn number 1. Again, a major jump off turn 2. 1 or 2 car lanes ahead of Eli Bright. And around goes Darmody! In the middle of the field. Look out, everyone gets by. No! Oh my! And Keegan Thompson slams into him. And Nick Kennedy and Adrian Mitchell comes plowing in from behind to bring out the 5th caution of the day. Oh my goodness! Another caution. Mitchell stuck on the apron. On board Darmody. Take a look what happened. Oh. Darmody just cut the 51 car of Oskin. Wow, what an impact that was. Did flipped one time in the air. Man, on board with Keegan Thompson again. Look how far back Thompson is, and somehow still gets into it. He's committed to the bottom, had nowhere to go. And also flips one time and lands back on his wheels. On board with Robert Harrison, he got by this accident. Wow! By that much, he got by unscathed.
Warning. The following has been shown to induce extreme excitement, leaving the viewer wanting more. More entertainment. More fun. More action. Satisfy your need for more. The Monster Energy All-Star Race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Call 800-455-FANS.
Welcome back to the Elgato Gaming 400. We have 10 laps remaining in this event. Actually, no, we have 6, I believe. So far, we had 5 leaders, 10 lead changes in this event. We had 5 cautions for 15 laps. And look at that. more than half of the field involved in NRX 25 to be exact. So hopefully we can crown a winner and not have any more caution in this event. Zelaya still race lead. In fact, he has clinched the most laps led. Green flags back in the air. Off turn number 2, single file so far. Austin Sitzel making the first one to move to the bottom of the racetrack underneath Faircloth. No, nothing there. Slides back in, and now he's going to have a challenge 3 wide. However, Braden Dunn is not for position. He is 1 lap down from earlier accidents on board Stitzel. Sam Minoskin goes down the bottom of the racetrack. That forces Stitzel back to the 5th position. Side by side for second. Here comes rookie Caleb Faircloth in a tribute with Dale Jr. Paint scheme, and here comes Brandon Dunn. Remember, Dunn 1 lap down to fly by the field. Brandon Dunn, remember, Brandon Dunn, he has fresh tires. Freshest of all the leaders, so he's going to have a lot of grip, momentum, and he could spoil who wins this race. Solea goes up top, Bright down in the middle, off turn 4, 2 to go from the Monster Mile. Brandon Dunn going after Bright, again, not for position. Faircloth, though, maybe trying to follow Dunn to take the second position away from Bright. Turns 1 and 2 for the second to last time of the race. Zelaya with a 0.3 of second gap ahead of second place Bright off turn 4. White flag in the air, 1 more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Side by side, again, not for position on board Faircloth. Here comes Oskin to the bottom of the racetrack. On the inside of him for third. Zelaya up top, Bright down in the bottom of the racetrack. Bright maybe trying to use Dunn as a draft. Not going to work. Zelaya will win the Monster Mile from Dover National Speedway. Elgato Gaming 400. And that is his first top 30 finish. Wow. We're right back for the burnout, celebration, and more. Congratulations to Brian Zelaya. He is your winner from Dover. Brian Zelaya doing the burnouts on the front straightaway here for the fans at Dover National Speedway. As Sunoco fueling victories all season long, is currently fueling Brian Zelaya. Like I said before, he has led the most laps, leading 26 of the 40. Congratulations to him and the Sprite Chevrolet team. Let's take a look at the unofficial results. Brian Zelaya wins again, his first top 30 finish. Eli Bryce second, Sam Minoskin third, Caleb Faircloth the rookie in fourth, DJ Kirker fifth, Austin Stitzel sixth, David Woodard seventh, Donald Stern eighth, Matt Hussey ninth, and Josh Crash rounds to the top 10. Dalton Bauman quietly came up with the top 12 finish, good run for him. Julius Caesar in 12th, Zach Hussey 13th, Sidney Daltonberg 14th, Arvin Alonso in 15th. Coco Garcia, surprised to see him there in the 16th position. He was the highest driver that did not have a win. Top break for him. 17th is Nicky Maxwell. And then 21st on back. These are drivers that are most likely involved in wrecks. Top break for Richard Wells. He was one of their early lap leaders, taken out in that lap 19 crash, I believe it was. Here you see Lewis, Dunn, Marshall, Alex Ibarra, Jay Jefferson, Ian Jamodi, Keegan Thompson, then Adriel Mitchell, rookie DJ Reed, Michael Gregory 33rd, Kevin Cow 34th, Caleb Boggs 35th, Cody Smart 36th, Luke Bryan 37th, Sean McKean 38th, and Tony Green 39th, and Justice O'Glesby rounds out the field with 29 laps down. Here's like the chase grid after 8 races. Now you notice that Brian Zelaya is not in the picture. That's because he's only moved up to 49th in the point standings. And remember, you have to be inside the top 30 in order to be part of the chase. Coco Garcia still holds the top spot without a win, 83 points above the cut line. Still over 60 points. Dunn and Benson as well as Joe Caesar 30 points above the cut line. Justice O'Glesby 11 points above the cut line. Power McShane 8 points. And then Eli Bright and Keegan Thompson 6 points above the cut line. I believe ahead of Alex Ibarra in the 47 Dodge. So thank you so much for watching the coverage of the NASCAR Sirius XM Cup Series here on MDK. Congratulations to Brian Zelaya and the whole Chevrolet team. The next time we'll see will be the All-Star Race from Charlotte Moore Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. For all stats and more, don't forget to go to NASCAR on MDK.weebly.com. But until next time, congratulations to Brian Zelaya once again. He is your winner from Dover.
The green flag is in the air.
Oh, we're here in the jungle. Oh, we're here in the jungle. Running right into the fire.
But